Okay, so in this video I will explain trigonometry. I will explain only the two main trigonometric functions. So let's get started. So sine theta. Let's say in trigonometry, say you have a unit circle with a radius 1 and have theta angles, and then draw a line, and then draw a vertical line, and this the opposite length is sine theta and the adjacent length is cosine theta. Remember the circle's radius is 1. So sine of x. Wait, but first, what is theta? In math, x is used to represent unknown number and theta is used to represent unknown angles. So drawing method to approximate sine theta and cosine theta. Draw a unit circle, except it's not always a unit circle because it will have a radius other than 1. So let's say this angle is theta, and draw a line until it hits the circle's perimeter, or outline, and then draw a vertical line from there. This length is equal to opposite, or radius multiplied by sine theta, or O, standing for opposite, and this length right here is adjacent, which is r multiplied by cosine theta, and this is hypotenuse. So sine theta, to approximate sine theta, measure this length opposite and then divided by hypotenuse. Hypotenuse is the radius of the circle. Cosine theta equal adjacent divided by h, adjacent over hypotenuse, and tangent theta, or tangent theta equal O over A, opposite over A. So that's the drawing method, and but drawing method doesn't get you the exact value. So here is a infinite series for sine of x, whereas x is in radians. What is radians? To convert x radians into degrees, use the formula x radians. Rad is radians for short. X radians is 180 divided by pi multiplied by x degrees. So x degrees. To if sine of x, don't use the infinite series directly. If x is in degrees, well, x degrees converted to radians words. So this infinite series works for x if it's in radians. So x degrees is equal to pi divided by 180 and then multiplied by x radians. What is pi? Pi is equal to a circle's perimeter, or to be more specifically, circle's circumference divided by its diameter. Pi is irrational, meaning it has infinite digits and the digits do not repeat endlessly. So it's approximately 3.14159, and then there are more digits, but this is approximation. So sine of x in radians is the sum from n starts at 0 all up to infinity of -1 to the n multiplied by x to the 2n plus 1 or divided by the factorial of 2n plus 1. What is factorial? Let's say you have 5 factorial. That's 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, all up to 1. So 5 factorial is this. It can be represented using a product notation. This is a capital pi. So n starts at 0. No, I'm at 1. Then 5, and so n factorial is this. So what does this infinite summation mean, or infinite series? This is a summation notation. So this is equal to x raised to the power of 1 over 1 factorial minus x to the x squared over 2 factorial. Wait, no. I meant 3. X cubed over 3 factorial plus x to the 5 over 5 factorial minus x to the 7 over 7 factorial, and then goes on forever like that. There are infinite digits. I meant infinite terms. What are terms? Well, it's one of those. Yeah. So and here's cosine, infinite series. And it starts at 0 1 up to infinity of -1 to the 2n over 2n factorial. What is it equal to? Well, that's x to the 0, which is 1. Just 1n, or divided by 0 factorial, which is 1. How is 0 factorial 1? Well, let's say you have recursive property, and factorial equal n multiplied by the factorial of n minus 1. So this means that 1 factorial equal 1 multiplied by 0 factorial, which is then equal to 1. So okay, so divide 1 on both sides. 1 over 1 is 1. Yes, we get 0 factorial equal 1. We can also prove it using gamma function. What is gamma function? I will not explain it here in this video, but okay, so here's the infinite series in terms. So minus x to the 2 over 2 factorial plus x to the 4 over 4 factorial minus x to the 6 over 6 factorial, and goes on forever. I mean, it works if x is in radians. Okay, so let me teach tangent. I said I will teach only the two main trigonometric functions, but we'll teach tangent. To tangent of theta is equal to sine of theta over cosine of theta. Yeah. I will explain summation notation and also why cosine and sine of x is equal to that summation notation called the infinite series, or more specifically Taylor series. Okay, video ending in 3 2 1.